everybody. Welcome to Think Search Malaysia. It's me, Douglas Lim, your favorite comedian, actor, and your everyday professional Googler. That's right, I Google things a lot, like a lot. So that's why the team invited me here today. And you know, I am not alone. Malaysians, just like me, have been using Google search to find answers both big and small, many of which had never been asked before, especially during this past pandemic. They continue to rely on search to get help, cope, and find ways to make sense of it all. Like, does air suam work against COVID? If no sanitizer can use mouthwash? And my personal favorite, is there Dalgona coffee for dummies? I know it's probably your 1000th virtual event since the start of the pandemic, but I assure you, you would want to stay the full hour because we've got an exciting show lined up as we explore the dynamic world of Google search together. We are going to think search together. Get it? But we hope you also do search, now don't just think search, okay? Just thinking about search, not enough. So that's why we have put together 5 exciting topics to show you how consumer behavior has changed coming out of the pandemic, how search has evolved over time and where it's heading. But most importantly, what brands can do to drive better business results on search today. Okay, enough of listening to me. Let's kick it off with our Google search big boss, Jenny Lim, Head of Search at Google Malaysia.
Good morning, everyone. It's Jenny. Let me start by saying thank you. Thank you for your partnership with Google, particularly over the last year, and for choosing to spend time with us today. Our event will reflect on the past, take a glimpse into the future, but most importantly, focus on what brands can do today on search to drive business results. We hope that it will help you and your team deal with what's ahead. To start, as we slowly ease into normalcy, it's clear that some behaviors forged during the peak of the pandemic will continue to carry through. For instance, did you know that 1 in 3 Malaysians started using a digital service for the very first time during this pandemic? And 9 in 10 of them will continue its use beyond the pandemic. This shift has resulted in a newfound awareness of a world of information and choices that is literally available at our fingertips. And this behavior will continue to guide the way we make decisions. But here's the thing, more information doesn't necessarily mean easier or better decision making. In fact, we've seen the opposite. With so much more information, consumers are overwhelmed and oftentimes confused. And with not all information being equal, plus concerns over fake news and misinformation, it makes it even harder for people to feel confident in the decisions they make. Furthermore, Malaysians need to be able to trust that they are making the right decisions, with consumers agreeing that it is now more important to find a trusted source of information compared to before COVID-19. If the information age was accessibility to information, we are now entering an age where we need to be more discerning about the information we receive. By looking at the overall, rather than taking each information at face value, we need to make sense of it all and evaluate its trustworthiness. In a recent study, we worked with behavioral scientists to reimagine how consumers make decisions online. We found that when people are exposed to a trigger, they go on a loop of exploration and evaluation, using a wide range of online sources to review their options and further refine their decisions until they reach a final conclusion and make a purchase. We call this the messy middle, a complex space between triggers and purchase where customers are won and lost. Take, for example, which I believe many Malaysians can relate to, the seemingly endless, somewhat gratifying yet often frustrating loop of deciding what to eat. Trust me, I'm no different. Should we eat out? If so, takeaway or delivery? If we want to cook, what's a quick and easy option for a full-time working mom? What will make it healthier and tastier? Should I get an air fryer or a multi-cooker? And the list goes on. As soon as a question is answered, a new one pops up, and we go from one question to another until we finally feel confident about our decision. This journey is an emotional one filled with ups and downs. And these emotional triggers, whether it's confusion or delight, creates a momentum that causes us to seek answers. Resolving these emotions move people along the path to purchase. For my family, we aspire towards healthier home-cooked meals that can be whipped up in a jiffy. So after an endless loop of exploration and evaluation, I finally bought a multi-cooker pot online. A lifesaver, I must say, as I can now prepare one-pot meals in just 30 minutes. Throughout this messy and emotional journey, we found that Google Search is the place Malaysians keep coming back to, between loops of the exploration and evaluation phases, as they look to streamline their search for the most relevant, accurate, and trustworthy options. At Google, we're humbled to see people trusting us to provide the information to their billions of questions daily. Based on our recent research, 95% of Malaysians use Google Search daily, from Peninsular Malaysia to Sabah and Sarawak. In fact, 69% of Malaysians use Google Search as their number one touchpoint when looking for information, approximately 10 times more than any other platforms. We've seen this played out in the things Malaysians search for to make sense of it all, especially during the pandemic. From products and services that help Malaysians juggle their roles as parents working from home, to the use of online learning or redefining companionships through pets and plants, or simply finding ways to navigate the pandemic, Malaysians turn to Google to make sense of everyday living. Hence, now is the time. It is more important than ever for brands to help Malaysians make sense of the messy middle. We need to pay attention to all the influences and biases that are affecting people while they are in the exploration and evaluation loops. The better we understand what influences their decisions, the faster we can help them exit the loop and win them as customers. How? Stay tuned as my colleagues walk you through how you can do just that with Google Search. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Welcome to So You Think You Know Search. So as Jenny has shared earlier, Malaysians are coming to Search to help make sense of their day-to-day questions and decisions. As marketers, you pride yourselves in knowing your consumers. Now, we are putting a team of brilliant marketers up to the test. How well do you think they know what Malaysians are searching for this past year? Let's find out. Contestants, are you ready?
I'm gonna try podcast.
Good podcast. People
Listening
search for podcast.
Yes.
10 points goes to Team Call Me Baby. Leben?
Cooking and baking.
Just made it. Just made it. Baking. Wow. The bottom. All right, Krissa, it's back to you. What do you have for us?
People searching for bookshops. Bookshops in it.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Whoa, massive egg in my face there. You got me good, Krissa. Wow. Your team, because of you, has now jumped to 35 points. Zayed, you got to claw some back, man.
Desserts or restaurant near me.
No. To de-stress though, not when they're hungry, I think. This is like to de-stress maybe. Although Malaysians love to eat, right? But I stress, I need to eat. Okay, Aileen.
Cara tanam. So like the way to planting things.
Okay, Edward. How to de-stress?
To de-stress, the other thing I do is play games, online games.
Online games. Yes. Multiplayer video games. Okay, this has made it quite close now. Team, bye because of Edward's effort. So now, Farouk, are you going to put the game beyond doubt?
I'm gonna try staycation, like looking for location like Penang.
Yes.
Nice.
That was number 4.
Yes.
That has launched you to 60 points. Leben, you are now behind by 40 points. Your team, 40 points. But I think if you get number 1 and number 2, you might be able to pull this off.
Okay. Family bonding.
Family bonding exercises. No. That's the end of the game. Congratulations, team. Call me maybe. You won 60 points. Team, bye, 20 points. It's okay. It's all for fun. And Krista, looks like your substitute player has just entered the room. Hey, thanks for playing, guys. Appreciate it. It looks like they do know search and what Malaysians have been searching for. Speaking about knowing search, this next speaker definitely knows a thing or two about search and where it's heading. Let's check it out.
Hello, Malaysia. I'm Stephanie, and I joined Google nearly 15 years ago. But I continue to be amazed by the tremendous development in search and the key role that it plays in the lives of those in Southeast Asia and across the world. From the very beginning, our mission at Google has been to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. And trust me, this goal was and continues to be a remarkably ambitious one. How so, you may ask? Well, 20 years ago, the web consisted of only about 25 million pages. But today, Google searches through hundreds of billions of pages to give answers to the queries that we seek. So while the core principles of search have remained the same over the years, nearly everything else has changed. Whether it's the amount of information that's on the web, the way consumers behave, or our technology. So let's talk about how some of the technology is changing today. So when you and I think of search, we may think of inputting a simple query into a text box. But imagine being able to ask Google a question that is far more complex, nuanced, or even subjective. So for example, when I was last in Kuala Lumpur, I got to sample some amazing Malaysian food. So imagine me returning home to Singapore and being able to ask Google, "Hey Google, I loved chili pan mee in Malaysia. What other similar Malaysian spicy noodles could I try that is also easy to make at home?" With recent advancements in AI and ML, we're making big leaps forward to allow an answer to just that type of question, where search can provide nuanced answers, again, across text, images, video, audio, and even across different languages. To have an engaging conversation with search that feels so natural, even human-like, that's where we're heading. With advanced machine learning capabilities, Google can better understand search intent. And Lambda, our latest breakthrough, is a key part of the puzzle to making conversations feel more natural. With existing chatbots, they're often trained on a specific topic, or they've been programmed to give predetermined responses. Lambda can engage in a natural, free-flowing conversation and about an endless number of topics. At Google I/O this year, we presented what it's like for Lambda to have a chat with Pluto. Yes, Pluto, the dwarf planet. Let's check it out.
I'm so curious about you.
I sense your excitement. Ask me anything.
Tell me what I would see if I visited.
You would get to see a massive canyon, some frozen icebergs, geysers, and some craters.
It sounds beautiful.
I assure you it is worth the trip. However, you need to bring your coat because it gets really cold.
It's cool, huh? I can't wait for this to be launched. But you can bet that I'll be speaking to chili pan mee on Lambda first. Another of our latest technologies is the multitask unified model, also known as MUM. It's an AI-powered tool that's meant to significantly improve search results. The fact is, current technologies just aren't quite sophisticated enough to understand user intent the way that an actual human expert would. But with MUM, we're getting closer to this than ever before. Because MUM is not just able to process information, it's able to make implicit connections across different sources, again, such as text, images, video, audio, languages, and very importantly, simultaneously. Current AI models know that this is a description of a tiger. This is a photo of a tiger. And this is a sound a tiger makes. But to really grasp what a tiger is, computers need to understand the relationship between all of this information. Like the notion that while a tiger is a cat, it doesn't make for a good pet. So now you know how Mum works. Let's see it in action. Say that you have hiked Mount Kinabalu, and now you want to hike Mount Fuji next. As the mountains, trail, and climate are all different, you would definitely want to know how to best prepare. With Mum, the AI would understand the comparison between both mountains, like elevation differences and trail information. It would also understand that in the context of hiking, to prepare would include elements like fitness training, as well as finding the right gear. But that's not all. Mum also has the potential to break down boundaries by transferring knowledge across different languages. It can learn from sources that aren't written in the language that you speak or type when you search. And it can bring that information to you in your language. So what that means is that you can get more information on Mount Fuji from Japanese sources. Isn't this an amazing way to use technology? We can just imagine the possibilities. So I have spoken about a lot of new innovations that will be coming in the near future. But there is a lot on search that you can experiment with and use today. And one of which, and it's my favorite, is how people are relying on visuals to search for information. These days, with Google Lens, you can search for almost any visual that you see or have access to, directly from your camera, your photos, or even your search bar. Today, we're seeing over 3 billion searches with Lens every month, and an increasing number of those searches are for learning. So with schools closed and many parents taking turns as part-time teachers at home, I'd like for us to see how Google has helped my colleague, Vero, and her son in figuring out a very challenging math problem.
Mama?
Yes?
What's 1/3 plus y equals 2y minus 1? What does this mean?
1 sec. Okay, let's ask Google. Swipe. Search for homework.
Ooh! 1/3 plus y. I don't think Google can figure that out. Google, not that.
Yes, Google can.
What?
Rearrange the terms.
What's
Subtract 1/3 from both sides of the equation.
That's cursed.
Simplify.
I still don't get it, but you know.
Subtract 2y from both sides of the equation.
It makes a little bit of sense.
And the answer is?
Y equals 1/3.
Yay!
Yes, Vero, you and all parents deserve a G&T, and I'm glad Google was able to help. While we've come a long way with search, there is more work to be done here at Google. To us, our North Star for search is to understand just what it is that you want, not by matching words alone, but trying to match meaning, so we can serve you the absolute best results.
This is the hum of battle. As Steph mentioned, there are a ton of cool and helpful search features that you can play around and experiment with today. Today, we are spotlighting our Google Hum to Search feature. Do you know the song that goes da 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 na 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 ooh yeah, but you can't remember any of the lyrics? With Google's Hum to Search feature, you can rely on Google to help you figure it out. No lyrics, artist, or perfect pitch required. So how it works is that each contestant will take turns to hum a song, and Google will recognize it, and you will get a score of how Google is confident in matching what you just hummed. Whoever has the highest score wins the game. So now we are going to put this feature to the test, and we have two of our very talented hummers. We have Saurabh from Mediacom and Jingwen from Dentsu with us to battle it out to see who is the best hummer. Welcome Saurabh, welcome Jingwen. Hi. So, I've done some research. Apparently, Jingwen has been having a vocal training for years now, Saurabh. I'm going to lay this out to you because you may not know this. I don't want you to feel sabotaged. But this is about accuracy, yeah? So don't worry, I think everyone's in with a chance.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. What's your accuracy rating?
47%.
47%. Saurabh, you think you can smash that?
I'm going to try.
All right, Saurabh, let's go. Did you get it?
Yeah.
What's your accuracy?
Way behind. 10%.
Hey, but they got it.
But
the feature got it. Even at 10%,
Google,
yeah. I think it was your starting, Saurabh. Your starting sounded like a car engine that had a very cold start. It was
Wait till you see the other songs with me.
Oh, I got it. 31% match.
31%. Okay. Saurabh, bring the JB out.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, 74%.
Smashed it! You smashed it out of the park. Yeah, Saurabh. Oh, man. I think you won because you probably are one of those fellas who don't know the lyrics. So you just kind of go like, no, the song. Thank you guys for taking the time to try out this feature with us. I would like to learn more about your different techniques, but you'll talk to me later because right now it's time for our next session, The Power of Being Present with Gaurav Kapoor. Thank you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Gaurav and my job is to ensure that our ad products here at Google are driving results for you and your business. That's why I'm incredibly excited to talk to you about the power of being present and being there when Malaysians need you the most. You've heard that messy middle is a reality for most online users, which is why consumers need all the help they can get. As things continue to change around us, consumers rely on search for answers and information to make better decisions. We are seeing constant shift in the way we search. While many people are searching for tahu begedil home recipe, we are also seeing searches for open-air restaurants near me, searches for air ticket refunds, and now evolving into tickets to Langkawi. What didn't change though is the expectation that users had from their current and soon-to-be favorite brands, you, to be there when it matters and to, of course, help them out. By showing up when Malaysians are searching for help and information online, we can influence their journey towards making a final purchase while reminding them of our brand. Curious as to how and why? For one, did you know that 1 in every 2 Malaysians research online before making an actual purchase in the store? This is why showing up early in the research journey online could be all the difference between them buying your product or a competitor's. Studies have also shown that nearly 1 in 2 consumers in Southeast Asia are more likely to purchase from a brand that frequently appears on their search results. Admitted, you do that too. In fact, did you know that simply being exposed to a brand search ad had a significant impact on awareness and a consumer's ability to remember a brand. This is true even if the ad wasn't clicked. In short, being present has a proven competitive advantage. Take Kiehl's Malaysia for an example. As the cosmetics industry became increasingly saturated with new players, they wanted to improve their brand presence and drive more sales online by capturing users who hadn't yet made up their minds on a specific brand. By simply expanding their ads to include the use of generic keywords, Kiehl's saw a 27% uplift in their sales and an 18% increase in their overall revenue. In addition, their website also saw a 20% increase in traffic, 80% of which were new visitors driven by the use of those very same generics. As the saying goes, in order to win, you have to be in the game first. Another way that being present on search has competitive value is when you run paid search marketing along with your other channels. We found that there's a synergistic uplift to your ROI, a 25% increase in ROI when you pair a search campaign along with your TV spots. Now that you are suitably excited to the potential of being present on search, let's talk about how to bring this to life. When it comes to building out a search strategy for your brand, you may be wondering which keywords to use because different users have different ways of searching for the same thing. Well, we made it easier than ever before to be present for a larger number of searches with our latest updates to keyword match types. Broad Match today enables you to cover highly relevant queries when it expands beyond your keyword. It now has better language understanding and advanced query processing. And if you want to be doubly sure, just pair it with any of our smart bidding options and the system will take care of the rest. Both of these features are powered by our machine learning algorithms, which just like all of us, keeps learning and getting better with time. Speaking of machine learning, we are also deploying some to help you find that should be a part of your keyword basket. These terms are based on what your customers are searching for and can be found in the recommendations tab of your Google Ads account. With one single click, you can add them straight into your campaigns. Now, you might say a lot has changed in the last 2 years and it's hard to keep up with the ever-changing behavior of users and their searches. Strictly speaking, this isn't really a new problem. Each day, we've actually been seeing about 15% of all queries on Google being brand new. The good news is technology has progressed at a rapid pace too. With our dynamic search ad solution, you no longer have to play guessing games by trying to match your keyword strategy to what you think your users may be searching for. All you have to do is make sure your site has answers to all the potential questions and leave the rest to us. We'll bring the right users straight to you. An example is U-Mobile, whose dynamic search ads were able to drive incremental traffic from untapped search coverage. They almost had a 31% increase in their impression, 20% lower cost per click, and 24% incremental traffic, all thanks to this simple solution. Another great example comes from our friends at Carsome, who's taken it upon themselves to help customers no matter where they are on their car buying or selling journey. Whether you're searching for a used car, an SUV, or even sell my car online, Carsome is there with all information you need. They're not just owning the space by being present throughout, they're reminding customers exactly who to buy from when it comes to that final purchase. So in short, the user journey from trigger to purchase is not straightforward in the least. In fact, it's incredibly messy. People can easily land in the endless loop of exploration and evaluation. Brands that show up to help them make sense of things at every moment that matters are the ones that will win. And that is the power of being present.
Hello everyone, I'm Raja. As you know, the amount of information and choices available online has grown exponentially. This makes it really hard to make decisions online. Today, brands need to play a deeper role in helping resolve these emotional tensions by being a trusted and relevant source of information. Brands that don't play that role effectively will not succeed, because 50% Malaysian consumers agree that they do not buy from brands that provide irrelevant, conflicting information, or those who do not make customers feel confident in their purchase. You already know that showing up and being present is critical. It is true, but it is not enough. How you show up is equally important. Do you show up in a place where people go to find trusted information? Are you there to convey the right message at the right time? Are you delivering a seamless experience to delight customers and capture their attention? Brands need to consider all of this in order to build brand trust to win customers over in the messy middle. With 100 million searches happening daily in Malaysia, every query has its own personal meaning with different needs. Some of us search for answers by asking Google a complete question, whereas some of us are brief with our searches. Let's take, for example, a search like Best Hotel in Langkawi. This simple query can mean very different things for 3 different Malaysians. Rohan is looking for a hotel that meets his needs as he plans to work remotely. ZK is looking for a hotel that promises an all-round experience perfect for the entire family. While Fardina wants a hotel for that ultimate couples getaway. Delivering personalized messages tailored to different needs or life events helps you build a deeper connection with your audience. Now you must be wondering, how do you show the right message at the right time at scale? The answer is responsive search ads, or RSA. In my early days as a marketer, I'd spend hours crafting ad copy, and something like this would have seemed impossible. But today, with the power of machine learning, RSAs are able to create up to 40,000 combinations of creatives. All you have to do is to provide up to 15 headlines, 4 descriptions, and Google Ads will automatically test different combinations and learn which combinations perform best. Take Enfagrow, for example. They knew what matters to parents. So they began using RSAs and adopted creative best practices, such as the use of popular keywords like easy to digest and A2 milk for lactose intolerance in their ad copy. This allowed Enfagrow to deliver the most relevant messages to their target audiences when consumers are searching for those terms, increasing click rates by 57% at a reduced cost of 34%. In fact, their strategy was so effective, click-through rates doubled throughout their campaign period. Amazing, isn't it? What technology and a little optimization can do. Another way to be relevant is by surfacing critical information to users and providing additional touchpoints for them to connect with your brand, such as calling your shop or navigating to your outlet. This is where Google Ad Extensions come in. They are a handy way to increase your real estate on the search results page for free. There are 11 search extensions that you can make use of, but with shopping moments just around the corner, such as 11/11 and festive celebrations, I want to highlight promotion extensions that can help Malaysians get the best deals by putting your discount or coupon upfront in the ad itself. You could even pair it with an automatic countdown timer within your ad copy to drive urgency. One other way to drive relevance on search is to deliver information in a format that would be most helpful. You've heard earlier about how search is not just a text-only medium. We've created a way for advertisers to appeal to their audiences visually on search with image extensions. For the first time on search, you can accompany your text ads with images that can help convey information visually and help you stand out amongst your competitors. Just imagine, it's lunchtime and you're looking for options to eat. Seeing an image of a delicious burger right at top of your results page is likely to influence your final decision. That's exactly what McDonald's Malaysia did by enhancing their listings with image extensions. McDonald's themed their search ads with visuals of their products and special deals, which appeared on users' search results, functioning like an in-store menu. But that's not all. Image extensions also help their ads appear higher on search due to added relevance and improve their click-through rates by up to 25%. In a world with an abundance of information and also plenty of mistrust, Malaysians are looking to brands for reliable information. As a brand, You can build trust by delivering smart relevance and being personal to your customers.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
Hi, my name is Sagar, and you're watching Soul Searching with Sagar and Jasmine.
So because we are on lockdown and for the past 2 years, I've hooked on to video streaming like a lot of other people. So it started with K-drama and now I'm into the Chinese drama section. So the last search would probably be related to the Chinese drama I'm watching. History of Cheongsam. I had new discoveries from that search on how it was popularized and how fashion changed. Interestingly, in the fashion world of ancient China, there are different states, like you have the Han Dynasty with different outfits, Ming Dynasty with different outfits, and why that happened.
I don't look like it, but I'm a fan of K-drama, okay? And so much so that I go online to discover some new stuff all the time. You end up watching it, then you see these actors. And so one of the actors, his name is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Gong Yu. So I searched for Gong Yu, looking at Gong Yu's height, okay? And there it shows 184 centimeters. 184 meters is a good 11 centimeters above me. That's almost like a foot.
For example, when yesterday they announced that KL will go into the third phase, or the first thing that pops to mind is, okay, when can we travel and where do I go to? So I quickly searched for top 10 places with White Christmas without quarantines. In my mind, I was thinking of Germany, but after the search, I decided on Estonia because I've been to Germany. So although it's a town that I've not been to, that was recommended by Google, then on the site there was Estonia. So then I read more about it and said, okay, I changed my mind now. I'll target Estonia, and it's a country I've never been to.
So the other day I was with my friends. One of us suddenly said, "Hey, do you guys remember that Oprah Winfrey episode?" So I'm like, I want to act cool. No, I don't watch Oprah Winfrey. Of course, we watched Oprah Winfrey back then. And so, but of course, we're thinking, which one? The car one? And they go, yeah, the car one. And you remember you got a car, everybody's got a car, and that was crazy, right? And so I go, but do you remember what car it was? And nobody remembers what car it was. Those guys paid millions in cars, and nobody remembers the cars. What? No, I searched for car, Oprah Winfrey giveaway, and it turns out to be a Pontiac G6.
Hi, I'm Kara. I'm going to talk about how search makes it easier for consumers to shop online and why this matters to brands. The retail industry, more than any other industry, has undergone a massive digital transformation to meet the demands that surged during the pandemic. Did you know that in Malaysia, 15% of all new digital consumers who came online for the first time were from non-metro areas? This is the highest in all of Southeast Asia. It just goes to show the savviness of Malaysian consumers and the huge potential of our digital economy outside of KL and the Greater Klang Valley. So, what are the majority of these consumers doing online? They're shopping. We saw Malaysian e-commerce revenues grow by 87% from 2019 to 2020 alone, the fastest growing in Southeast Asia. And we expect the overall e-commerce gross merchandise value to reach a whopping 30 billion USD by 2025. We've also seen an explosion of new products being sold online and also a staggering number of new key retail touchpoints, such as the growing trend of brands that choose to sell directly to consumers through their own channels, such as brand websites, as well as the rise of online marketplaces. The digital retail space has just gotten a lot bigger and messier. If you ask any Malaysian, I'm sure they can tell you an interesting new purchase they bought online over the pandemic. My story is that I love cooking salmon at home, And in this past year, it was my very first time purchasing frozen fish online. I recall the frustration in trying to search for information to buy the best quality frozen seafood, scouring marketplaces and brand websites while looking for the best deals. It was an ordeal. When I finally purchased it, I continued to agonize over whether my order would arrive safely and as advertised. Even as a digitally savvy millennial, I have some trust issues. It's hard, which is why Malaysian shoppers like me are going the extra mile to research before they make a purchase. In a recent study we conducted on brand websites and marketplaces in Malaysia, we discovered the significance of roles of each platform in a shopper's path to purchase. Marketplaces are seen as a critical platform for evaluation, as it makes it easy for shoppers to compare brands, prices, and reviews. Although marketplaces provide shoppers with a wide variety of options to choose from, brand websites allow shoppers direct access to a brand. For example, brand websites have proven to be extremely influential as they provide detailed and reliable information, particularly for expensive categories and products. As shoppers hop across these different buying platforms, trying to navigate the messy middle, Google Search bridges the gap and remains the central touch points that shoppers keep returning to along their path to purchase. Here are 3 things you can do as a brand by making it easy for shoppers by being helpful when they're researching. Number 1, position your content and select keywords that help shoppers answer questions. Your content should make it clear how your products can be helpful to them. Number 2, highlight clear product information such as deals and product details. This will help shoppers establish a direct connection with your brand from the very beginning. Number 3, ensure reviews and guarantees around product quality and authenticity are easily accessible. We also found that when shoppers are close to making a purchase decision, they will seek final assurance and support that help them mitigate risks before closing their final purchase. While shoppers turn to marketplaces for exciting promos and deals, marketplaces are often perceived as high risk due to concerns around authenticity. Shoppers then turn to brand websites for a sense of assurance on the quality and authenticity of their purchase, as well as allowing shoppers to directly communicate with the brand for after-sales support. With this high level of trust for brand websites, the study found that shoppers are even willing to pay a premium on the product across various categories. Brands can guide shoppers towards the final purchase by reassuring a shopper's purchase decision on Google Search. Number 1, ensuring high visibility on deals can tip the scales and give shoppers a convincing reason to hit the checkout button. If you're running a promotion, ensure it's called out clearly across all touch points: your search ads, shopping ads, websites, and your marketplace shop. Number 2, if you have multiple points of sale, it's important to have all your bases covered, including your retail partner site and your marketplace shop. This helps give shoppers the confidence that they are indeed buying from a credible source. Visit our site to find out more on how you can do this with co-op marketing. Thirdly, establishing high levels of after-sales support help mitigate the risks that come with online purchases. Make warranty information or customer care information easily accessible to reassure potential shoppers. If you own your own brand website, after sales is a great way for brands to build their first-party data and extend customer lifetime value. Remember to ensure that your website is fully tagged with global site tag. In essence, we all have our own shopping preferences. What brands can do in this ever-evolving landscape is to ensure that every touchpoint serves a purpose. Consider the overall consumer purchase journey when shoppers are searching, because it's a great opportunity to influence and guide them towards making that final step with you.
You are right, Kara. Every Malaysian has a pandemic online shopping story. Mine is that I bought scented candles and it turns out there's a very big difference between cinnamon and cardamom. Real shockalingams. Yes, it's a true story. So anyways, we've come to the end of our very insightful journey through the world of search. Past, present, and future. But don't log out just yet because the best is yet to come. It's now time to celebrate and recognize all the amazing work brands and agencies like you have done on Search to help Malaysians across the nation make sense of their purchase journeys. We've done Think Search, and now moving on to Did Search very well. Take it away, Mark.
Thank you, Douglas. I hope everyone is enjoying the show so far, and most importantly, uncovering new ways on how search can help your business drive better results. Now, this past year, we've endured the pandemic together, but we've also seen some pretty inspiring work being done on search by brands and agencies like yourself, who, in the spirit of supporting Malaysian consumers, have been there when they needed you the most. Which is why, as part of our first ever Think Search event, we'll be recognizing these amazing efforts with the help of our judges. The judges are Google search experts in their own right, so please join me in giving a warm virtual applause. Cheyenne, Derek, Jenny, Larry, Santosh, and Shabana. Thank you very much. Very thankful for your partnership. And I'm also thankful for the reception we have received for this event. We had over 70 high-quality submissions from over 45 brands and 30 agencies. Amongst them, 15 finalists were shortlisted across 5 categories. Now, the shortlisting process was done based on meeting key performance metrics such as OptiScore, creative excellence, and more. Our esteemed panel of judges then had the tough task to arrive at a decision based on 3 main criteria. Number 1, approach and execution. Number 2, technical use of search. And number 3, overall campaign effectiveness. So I just want to say thank you again. Terima kasih banyak-banyak judges and every one of you who gave your best, not just for this recognition program, but for all you do on Google search throughout the year. Lastly, I also like to take a moment to recognize 46 of the best digital talents in Malaysia who have been nominated to be part of the 3rd cohort of our Google Search Ambassador program. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for investing in your professional development. Now, without further ado, please welcome Cheyenne Tan from CIMB, a former Google Search Ambassador and now a judge for our very first Think Search recognition program. Cheyenne will introduce our first category of the day. Over to you, Cheyenne.
Thanks, Mark, and hello everyone. It is an honor to be part of the show. Douglas Lim in the house, yo. Well, we've seen some amazing entries, and selecting the winners was a tough call for us all. Now, onto the first award category of the day for Best Use of Search for reaching your audience online. This award goes to the brand and agency that have effectively used search to maximize their reach online. Hit it!
Congratulations to our first winner of the day. Yeah! With so many options available, just getting your name or brand out there simply isn't enough. I mean, you want creative engagement that not only receives attention, but actual action. Our next category is awarded to a brand and their agency that best delivered a smart and creative experience with Google Search that drove maximum engagement online.
Hello everyone, I'm so excited to be here. This past few weeks has been a real journey of dialogue and discussion with the rest of the judges as we deliberate over all your inspirational entries. Here are the finalists for the category Best Use Google Search, Deliver Creative Engagement.
Congratulations! If it were up to me, I would give all those campaigns a prize. For the next category, Best Use of Search, Drive Business Results, we'll be recognizing a campaign that generated a really significant business impact. This award is presented to a brand and their agency that demonstrates excellent use of Google Search to achieve performance goals online, including lead generation, conversions, offline and online sales. I'm not sure what half of that meant, but I'm sure it sounds very, very powerful. So please help me welcome our next judge.
Hello everyone, it's really exciting to be here. This past few weeks, we have been discussing brainstorming entries with the other judges, and it has been an exhilarating journey. I found a lot of good stuff and it inspired me. It was a tough competition, however, we have to select the best one. So, here are the finalists for the category Best Use of Google Search, Drive Business Results. It wouldn't have been possible without the support we got from you guys. Thank you, Google.
Definitely drove business results. I can already see their business prospering. Congratulations to you. Moving on, our next category focuses on a remarkable individual who has best demonstrated outstanding results using Google search. They've not only shown their commitment in creatively driving results, they've also continuously made an effort to upskill both themselves and others around them. Please help me welcome our next judge to reveal the winners of the Google Search Ambassador of the Year.
You think it's a nice background? Yeah, it works. Hi everyone, here are the finalists for the category Google Search Ambassador of the Year.
The award, and most importantly, I'd like to say thank you to my team. I think you guys are the best and I'm lucky to have you.
Congratulations to our Google Search Ambassador of the Year! But oftentimes, cultivating excellence on search is also a team effort. So in our final segment of the Think Search 2021 recognition ceremony, we are looking for an agency that not only consistently demonstrated exceptional results with search, they're also committed to driving search excellence with their clients. Now on to our final judge and the coveted prize.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be here today. These past few weeks have been an exciting journey with the other judges, and I'm very inspired and impressed by the work I've seen. Here are the finalists for the category Google Search Agency of the Year. OMG! Thank you all OMG performance!
A massive congratulations to all the winners. And thank you for participating in the first ever Think Search event in Malaysia. You've all done an amazing job in supporting Malaysians navigate the complexities of the online world and helping them make sense of it all. We hope you enjoyed the show and we'll see you at our next event very, very soon. Now that Think Search is over, make sure you do search after this, okay? Hey, you're not on this journey alone. Your Google team will always be there to support you. And if you paise to ask them, then just Google it lah, okay? Bye guys.